Hey guys, 420 Dragon. We're back here with the third or second match with the blue-white familiar deck. So here we're against Zache. We have like a reasonable little hand here. We have, I think we top decked the Preordain, but we we top decked the island. We had a Preordain, 2 islands, 2 Ash Barrens, and a compulsive research. And that's like a solid hand. It's not super great, but I think it's definitely keepable and it's definitely a serviceable hand. So here we Preordain and do compulsive and Scar Scale. I think I would like to bottom the Scar Scale and top the compulsive. So I'll see if I can get the chat up, see what's going on. Just gonna resize this a little bit. Okay. Scroll down and we'll hit OK. And okay, we put the Scar Scale on the bottom, compulsive on the bottom also, yeah. Okay, yeah, I guess we're just looking for familiars here. And our opponent looks like playing elves, and they don't have they mulligan to 5 this game, and they don't have a second land. So then here we just cycle 2 Ash Barrens. Oh shit. And then here they play Sylvan Ranger. Pass back to us, and then we top deck Seagate. Definitely just play land Seagate here. It stifles any potential aggression from them. And we draw a Sunscape off of that, which is pretty great. And then the opponent plays Sylvan Ranger pass, gets an island, plays it. We top deck a Mnemonic Wall, and then here I think we'll just play Sunscape into compulsive. So we'll see what we hit off these. Looks like we hit Sunscape, Snap, and Scar Scale, which is an insane compulsive and discard an island easily. And that was pretty great. So now we're in a nice position. We can play Sunscape next turn, Scar Scale on, do the Seagate, and then we can even snap it if we want and be left with 4 mana, it looks like, to potentially play Prosperous Pirates should we draw it and combo out from there. Or just, some more nonsense, some more blue cards. So the opponent is probably going to do nothing cool. They play Lead the Stampede and then concede the game. Sweet. Oh, it looks like they hit 0 cards. Oh no, they hit a bunch of creatures actually. Okay, whatever. So we'll move on to game 2 here and see what's good. So I'm learning how the replay function works. Not super used to it, honestly. So opponent mulligans again to 6. Bring up the chat again. And we have a pretty solid hand here. We have Serrated Arrows, which is like, it's a solid card in the matchup. I think I decided that I would only board in 1 alongside 3 Stonehorns. Just because I didn't want to actually disrupt the card draw suite of the deck. I felt like if I boarded in too many cards, it would just make my deck clunky and not able to filter through cards as much as I'd like. So I only boarded out the 4 God Pharaoh's Faithful for 3 Stonehorns and 1 Serrated Arrows. The Serrated Arrows is mainly for Delver decks. But yeah, anyway, we keep this hand. This hand's pretty great. Opponent, mulligans, puts a card on the bottom. Plays Llanowar Elves on turn 1. We draw in Plains, which is actually pretty good here. It lets us play turn 1 Plains, cycle for Ash Barrens. I cycle for Island, and then play turn 2 Familiar. Turn 2 Familiar. Turn 2 Familiar against the decks that can't kill it is extremely powerful for this deck because it just lets you really start enacting your game plan a lot, especially against decks like Elves that one of their win conditions is the residual damage that they get for free, and the Sunscape Familiar just stops that very nicely. So here we just play Sunscape, pretty easy Sunscape. Elves doesn't really have a way to kill it except for Longbow and a bunch of activations, which I guess they could potentially get with Korean Ranger, but no, I don't think that they could actually get 3 activations. That's a lot. It's like 5 mana basically to pay 4 mana to equip and tap an elf, which elves are, all the elves he has in play are worth 1 mana, so I guess not the Korean Ranger actually. And then he could get an untap, of course, with the Ranger itself, but that's only 2 damage. He would need 3 to kill our Familiar. So we'll go ahead and see what our opponent does. They play a Lead the Stampede as well as a Priest of Titania and a Quirion Ranger. So that's a pretty big turn for them. They're looking to set up and maybe do some shenanigans next turn, though they only have one card left in hand, which is not very good. Okay, I guess okay doesn't work. So here we just play bounce land, pick up a land, and I think say pass. We're just going to try and get out the serrated arrows. Our opponent's not doing too much. We can block. They don't really have any pressure. And then, yeah, we just play serrated arrows, kill a guy, pass the turn. They play Timberwatch. That's a little bit annoying. But we can, of course, just play the second serrated arrows and kill it for basically free. So we do that, of course. Play a bounce land to keep developing our mana. They play Morph. That's obviously Birchlore Rangers. We just continue blocking, and then here we're able to basically turn the corner. We have a Serrated Arrows activation, a Mole Drifter, and a Flicker on the Serrated Arrows and the Mole Drifter, which of course will reset our arrows, draw us to 2 another cards, keep the Mole Drifter in play. We can pick off a dude, pick off another dude, and play Compulsive this turn. So that's a pretty insane turn. This game is basically over at this point. So we're just going to discard a couple cards and be left with 7. But this hand's pretty good. We have double bounce land, cycle land, untapped land, Preordain, Compulsive, and Snap. So these are all 3 premium card draw spells right now. That's the thing about this deck. Once you get, basically once you have a Mole Drifter in play, you have 27 card draw spells, or 26, I guess, because you have 1 Mole Drifter in play. But that's still an absurd amount of card draw. Basically your odds of hitting another card draw with that much card draw in your deck is, I think, just too much. So then here we, of course, draw Ash Barrens, play Compulsive, play Compulsive, play Seagate, pick up a wall, and that's basically going to be GG. Now we can just flicker one of his guys, play the wall, activate both arrows, flicker the arrows, and then get another activation. And then that's just going to set him back so far that I don't think he can ever come back from this. So yeah, then the opponent concedes. GG. Thanks for watching, guys. You probably don't like the replay, but let me know if it's at all bearable, because, I don't know, I'm not very good at operating the replay function on Magic Online yet. It's a little bit weird. But anyway, thanks for watching.